I don't want to leave. I honestly could stay here for like a month.
How does it feel wearing jeans again, darling?
So it was a bad idea.
I know, I don't know what you're doing.
I just thought because we're going to the airport, we might be there for a couple of hours. I just thought I should put on, I've even got a jacket with me.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I want to do is jump back in this water immediately.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It was great. Thank you ever so much. We'll see you soon.
Passport.
Always check my passports before we leave the next location.
Have you got your backpack?
This is the only thing we actually need. Everything else I can replace.
Cameras are quite important for us, given it's our job.
But you can replace it. This is very hard to replace.
That's
so yes,
true.
we have our passports.
Alright, we're ready to go.
How's that for an airport?
I still don't have shoes on. I'm gonna see how long I can go without them.
Peter's bum's knocking down all the chairs. That's great. I would say any day I get to ride in one of those planes, it's a good day. Alright, we'll see you in 5 hours. Okay, bye. Right, it's 7 o'clock in the morning and we've got our hand luggage here. Our big bags have gone in the truck.
We're heading to the Resplendent Wild Coast Lodge, which is really cool because over there they have like a fair bit of wildlife, like leopards and everything, and we're in a tent.
What could possibly go wrong? Thanks so much.
The steps for you.
Oh, okay. Can't jump, no? Well, I've been to some small airports, but this is definitely one of the smallest. Well, to get here it's like a speedboat, a little plane, a big plane,
A car,
then another car, then a shuttle,
then a plane.
then a plane, and now we're back in a shuttle. And I have no idea if we're here yet.
I love that though. All the best places we've ever been to have been like a lot of little travels together because they're so remote, and I don't know, it just makes me more excited.
So this airport is very rarely used. It's here, they built it. It can have big planes come here, but apparently it never happened. Like the big planes never came, so only the small planes come here. Hence, it's a really empty airport.
No one's here.
It makes your job easy, right? You just hang out all day. That was so surreal. We were the only 2 people in the airport that didn't work there. There was no security. Everyone was like, hi. Like, okay, you're the 2 people arriving today.
Just like the extent of like immigration. So the first place we're going to is the Resplendent Wild Coast Lodge. And that is like a tented lodge, which is like glamping, but super glamping.
Glamping with leopards.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing is we were just talking to the owner of the resort actually. We were on the seaplane with him and we were like, are there going to be animals there? And he said, yeah, we have an elephant reserve. There's all like elephants and leopards and all sorts of things. So hopefully we can see some animals.
And they're building a huge conservation sanctuary, I think, for the leopards as well.
Yeah.
It's like going to be the best one in the world. So it's a really cool place. I'm very excited. So we've seen elephants twice. Have you seen any elephants before dating me?
Wait, where have we seen elephants twice?
First time was at Australia Zoo, which it was in captivity, but it was like it was in a sanctuary. Australia Zoo were looking after elephants that had lost their parents. And the second time was, and I'm not happy about this, we were in Thailand, and before we'd educated ourselves, we actually went to an elephant place in Thailand and we could ride it, and we rode an elephant. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
This is like nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't until we came home and we realised actually that's really cruel, and the elephant, they have their spirit broken for them to be like that. And so I felt very sad about that. So the only 2 times I've seen elephants were kind of under human control. So we're just riding on the freeway, and I don't know if you can see it because I'm moving too fast, but there is an electric fence in the bushes all the way along the freeway, and that is to make sure that the elephants don't accidentally walk onto the freeway. We've arrived. Look at this place. Where are we? How are you?
I'm very good, sir. How
Nice
are
to
you?
meet you, thank you very much. Elephants, leopard, crocodiles, wild boar, sloth bears and other denizens of Yala could enter the area. Okay, so we must never feed the animals.
Yes.
Okay. I'm really annoyed I brought all those bananas now.
So we landed in Colombo late last night, we didn't have dinner, and then we left so early this morning that we didn't have breakfast. So now this is the first meal that we're eating in Sri Lanka, and I'm so glad we waited because look at it.
It's a curry.
It's a curry experience.
That is incredible.
It's the full Sri Lankan experience.
The smell's coming off this right now.
I'm so hungry.
I need to put the camera down really quick.
Oh, yes. Our villas are called cocoons.
Yeah, wait till you see it. It definitely is the correct word for the look of it.
Oh, this is cool. This is my first ever glamping experience.
I think this is way more than glamping. I think glamping is here and this is somewhere up there.
This is what I expect on any camping trip now. We're straight into action. We've just had some lunch. We've been here for about an hour and now we're jumping on this and we're gonna go have a drive and see if we can spot some animals.
Can't wait.
Perfect.
This is Keith, he's our ranger. How are you?
Very well.
Good, good, good.
Hopefully,
What are we
let's make it back, shall we? Until the sun goes down, we're going to focus on each and every small aspect of the environment. And once after 4:30, we're going to drive slightly faster and trying to focus on certain areas where we had some previous luck with some great sightings.
Adventure time. Can't believe we just saw that leopard. So that was a leopard cub, like he wasn't fully grown yet, and he's just separated from his mother to learn how to be independent. So that's why he's like moseying around by himself, and we were lucky enough to see him because not every safari gets to see a leopard. So
That was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
Incredible. I've never been on a safari before, so I've never seen anything like that. It was so cool.
No, neither have I. I've never done anything like this before.
And we saw so many animals.
I've wanted to do a safari, honestly, since I was probably a 10.
Yeah.
So this was really great. I'm very, very happy we did it.
We're gonna go out again at 6:30 in the morning because we want to try and get a closer shot of some elephants. And if we do that, that's basically my whole bucket list sorted for the year.
Yeah.
Because there's no fences here, yesterday we saw a wild boar drinking from there. So there's just... Whoa! We're really in the middle of the jungle here. Kane.
What the hell was that?
It was a huge bug. It was like this.
Oh, I thought like a drone had flown next to my ear.
I love it. It's like so natural. And the activities here are like going on safari, going on a nature walk. Like it's not commercialized or anything. It just really feels like you're in the middle of nature.
I'm so stressed.
Calm down, calm down.
I love animals so much, but I'm scared of nearly all of them. So this is what the place looks like. I'm going to try and tidy up before we give you an indoor tour, because Pia has unpacked her.
No, don't blame me. You got all your cables everywhere. That's a big problem.
3 iPhone cables versus 24 suitcases unpacked. I think we know who's the messy one here.
So basically all of the little cocoons, I don't think there are very many of them, but they're like really spread apart. So there's the other one, that one's over there, and you've got these little paths that kind of go in between the whole resort. So
yeah, look, here's the next cocoon, see? They look like something from the future. It's really crazy. I'm going to put the drone up in a minute and just show you guys what it looks like, because honestly they look like futuristic slugs. They really blend in with the environment. It's actually really cool. Probably shouldn't use the word slugs, but it's the only way I can really...
cocoons, babe.
Yeah. Coming! Pia is insisting this place looks like something from the Flintstones, so she wants me to be Fred Flintstone and do that.
You're not doing it with enough energy.
I can't do it. I'm not.
You gotta go.
Babe, you were great. Acting debut. Hollywood will be on the phone very momentarily.
I expect that, yeah.
Pia just got a coffee and got the sugar from here, which is really weird because it's right next to the pepper. Didn't realise that's the sugar.
Oh no, I just put an entire spoon of salt into my coffee.
It might be good.
I need coffee to avoid doing this.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I love salt.
Like salted caramel?
Something
salted
like that.
coffee?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, it's like I made it with ocean water.
Here we are again. I have roti chicken curry. That's some sort of sambal, and that looks like fried onions.
I have a healthy option. I've gone with an egg white omelette, potato rusty, and a bunch of like mushrooms. And look at these tiny little asparaguses. Asparagus?
Asparagus. It's actually interesting because at night time, this place gets quite chilly. Like we don't have to have the aircon on or the fans on or anything. Because it really cools down, I guess, because we're on like a plane. But during the day, whew, it's hot.
Yeah, it's actually very different to the Maldives like that, because the Maldives was still super warm in the night time. But here, we had dinner out here, and I was actually quite chilly. So if you come to Sri Lanka, that's something to bear in mind.
Bring a jumper.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this lens and give you some cinematic goodness, because this view is incredible. So me and Safari Jane back here.
Safari Jane.
We're heading to high tea. Apparently at 4 PM at this resort they have high tea, which is ever so civilized.
I'm very keen for high tea actually. I want like authentic Sri Lankan tea that comes literally from that hill over there.
Yeah, we actually flew over, they're called tea trails, and we flew over them on the way here, so I'm expecting some very good tea. I don't even drink tea or coffee, but I'm going to make an exception today.
But do you know what they call it? High cream tea or something like that.
Well, I'm hoping that's because it comes with cream cakes.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so.
I was like, I don't know what cream tea is.
No, I think it's because in the UK, like cream tea. What?
Oh,
Guys.
crikey. Over here we have a small family of monkeys. Oh, I just realised I've been bitten by a monkey and now I'm a bit scared.
I mean, that's cool. That's
They
super
are
cool.
Crazy. There's nothing that's an enclosure here or anything like that. Like they've just popped over here from the wildlife reserve. Like we're in the middle of the jungle here. So these guys are not friendly because I don't think they're used to like seeing humans.
I'm backing away a little bit because there's like 7 of them walking towards us.
Yeah,
hanging.
they're all staring at us. Oh, yeah, don't
Look at this little fella.
Actually, we have something cool planned for later in the year. Instead of buying each other like physical wedding presents, what I got Kane is like 2 weeks in the Borneo jungle where we're going to be looking after orphaned orangutans because a lot of them are orphaned because of deforestation there. So you can actually volunteer your time and go hang out with them, which is what we're going to do later in the year. So I hope you like this outfit because you're going to see me in it.
So we're only actually here for 2 days and we've already spent a full day on safari. So we've got this afternoon left now and then tomorrow morning, and then we leave at lunchtime to go to the other resplendent resort, which is, it's a fair drive away, so we'll be travelling probably for most of tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see the other resplendent resort because basically they've got 3 here, I think. One of them like is these huts in the middle of the tea trails, so you can stay right in the middle of all these amazing tea fields. And then the other one is this one here, which is like in the middle of like the wildlife reserve. So it's totally wild and safari and all based on the animals. And the other one that we're going to tomorrow is like a beachy resort. So it's more of like a resort.
Oh, sweet. This wedding diet's not going so well, I'll be honest.
Well, the wedding's done now. I'm just going to have that eclair.
This is great because normally in England, oh, that's a bit bright, sorry about that. High tea is usually scones and jam and cream, but because we're in Sri Lanka, we're getting curry puffs and spring rolls. It's like, this is way better.
Yeah, this is a Pippin high tea.
High tea is over, it is 20 to 6, and dinner starts at 6 p.m. It's time for one of Pia's totally awesome, super amazing house tours.
Darling, it's a cocoon tour.
Cocoon, oh, I'll do it again. Bleep. It's time for one of Pia's totally awesome, super amazing cocoon tours.
Nailed it. Welcome to my humble cocoon.
This place is just ridiculous.
It is so cool, isn't it? Wait, let me open this so we got a bit of light going on in here.
Alright, so I think you need to show us around.
Right, so this is the cocoon. Basically it is a tent. Like the walls are not real walls.
Look.
It's a tent. But it's a real fancy tent.
It's a very fancy tent.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I want to go camping now all of a sudden. This is great.
Imagine going camping and hiking and having to carry all this and then making your tent.
So this thing is actually built on a steel structure. Like these are pipes that they've built this whole thing, and then they've just covered it in this kind of canvasy material and built a full-on glamping experience just in the jungle in Sri Lanka.
It's crazy, isn't it? So you've got your beautiful 4-poster bed. Here is an esky, and that's what's the minibar. So you open that up, that's actually cool. And you got all your drinks in there. So you still have electricity, you still have aircon. So over here we've got a desk where you can do editing or emails or whatever you need to do. Over here you've got your sort of lounge living area. And I love these windows because they remind me of being inside a ship. They're like, do you know what I mean? Those ship windows?
Yeah, I don't think you're meant to leave them open at night time because apparently monkeys will get attracted to the light and come and check it out. So Definitely keep those shut if you come and visit.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Here's the wardrobe. It's made out of copper pipes. This is all custom made to kind of match this really cool old school decor. And despite it being a tent, you've actually got a full air conditioning unit up there, so it's perfectly comfortable and not like too hot or anything. This might be my favorite part actually, because look, it's like an old school trunk, but actually it turns into a full coffee and tea station. And here are your cups, and look how cute they are. They're little elephant feet.
Dotted around the resort are National Geographics everywhere, so if nature's your thing, this is definitely the place to come and have a little read.
They're actually the perfect kind of books and magazines to be here, because I feel like you get such an explorer vibe here. Like, I just have such an urge to go learn and explore and like draw a map or something.
This 4-poster bed is great, and this isn't just for looks. This fly net it comes down and it prevents the mosquitoes coming and biting you at night time, which is very, very useful.
So through this area here is the bathroom, and my favourite part of this is this spectacular copper bath. Like, listen to that, it's been like hammered. And the feet, how cool are the feet?
We've actually also got this special soap. You can't use your regular soap, you have to use this bath foam because it will erode the copper otherwise, so you've got to be quite careful with this, but it's very nice to have a bath in.
Look at this cool latch, ready? That's how you open the latch.
I love it. And then in this door, a fully fledged shower. Glamping is very different to camping. This is amazing.
Yeah.